Yeah, Guatemala is 2 hours away from Miami. What's more so important is it's where the highest population of young talent is. And that's why EGS is so invested in Guatemala, because we really believe that this is, the next big thing. I don't see any other emerging country doing so well as the BPO industry in Guatemala.
Guatemala City is a very vibrant city. You have different options of international restaurants. There are a number of modern shopping centers. There are also within, close proximity to Guatemala City, places like Antigua, Guatemala, where you can go there and explore an ancient city that's, very close to Guatemala. The volcanoes are very close by. Golf courses where you can, just relax and be surrounded by nature. We've got a high cultural affinity with the U.S. 2 out of 3 Guatemalans will have a relative living in the U.S. and then they know about the culture. We're getting a lot of support from the government to attract new business coming to Guatemala as well. There's a conscious decision by the government and the industry to work towards that end. For every job generated in the BPO industry, there are 3 more jobs generated in the economy. So the government is the most interested in making sure we get new investment coming to Guatemala.
To be honest, I came with a very clean slate. When it came to Guatemala, I didn't know much about the country. So when I came, I was absolutely blown away. It was such a different opportunity and experience than I ever imagined that I would get. So much that I was willing to pick up my life, relocate for a year, and then be here still 6 years later. The people here just have a customer service spirit that allows them in everything they do, from greeting you for the day, to saying goodbye, to being in a meeting or on a phone call with their customers or with you in person. It's just customer service that never stops.
The commitment to the workplace, the work ethic, I think is what stands out the most. And I think one thing that really helps us in Guatemala is that we started here 7 years ago. So we're really well known by the local workforce as an international company doing business in Guatemala. 70% of our people comes through referrals. So somebody work here, refers a friend, refers a family member, and that just speaks about the type of culture that we have.
In terms of the customer service that you get in Guatemala, it's not just an agent taking a phone call. It's really how we treat anybody, any guest, or any employee the minute they walk in our door.
People come here for a career, and they're looking for the stability that we have been able to provide them. I think our training really focuses on specific things. If a client is calling more from Boston or the East Coast versus a client that call base comes from the Midwest, or for that matter, the West Coast as well. We're in the same time zone. That's very important, because people here, you'll get better talent on people that work at least from 8 to midnight.
A lot of our employees are currently in university or have just finished university, so they have that high level of education. Most people learn English from a young age. So we can teach them more technical English that relates to different accounts, as well as any type of neutralization in terms of specific vocabulary we know that our US customers might be more familiar with, or with slang or different phrases that might just not be common English we would learn.
They see EGS here as part of their extended family. They create strong bonds with co-workers, with supervisors, with managers. They see us as a family, and we make sure that they have a nice place where to work, to relax. We saw the opportunity to keep growing here in Guatemala, given the competitive advantages that as a country we have. And we managed an investment from the corporation into this new third site. It is our flagship site for Latin America. This site was carefully designed to have the look and feel of a very modern office environment. There's been a lot of effort in making sure that all details are up to the highest standard in terms of our facilities for our agents, but also when the clients come here.
I'd say to anybody who's thinking about coming and doing business in Guatemala that don't leave it as an unknown. Take the chance, come down and visit us. We'd be really happy to host you and show you exactly what the country and EGS has to offer.